My name is Richard Gardner, and I'm a professor at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. My friend Brad Harris let me know some of the great things you're doing at PLA. He also let me know that in some of your seminars, a topic comes up, and it happens to be a topic that I research, and that is the imposter phenomenon or imposter syndrome. Now, if you have ever found yourself at work or in the office thinking, how did they let me in here? And everybody else seems to know what's going on except for me, then you are probably familiar with the imposter phenomenon. Now, I published some research in this, looking at early career people, and I'm continuing to do more research with this, particularly in the context of entrepreneurs. And here's two big takeaways I've been finding so far. One is social support matters when we're looking at imposter syndrome. Now, what's critical in social support, though, is where is that source coming from? If you find yourself going to your coworkers with your problems, your challenges, and you find that they actually have solutions to your problems and challenges, this is going to automatically trigger some of these, they've got it figured out and I do not. However, if you go to professional mentors, or if you go to personal mentors or friends, family, other people that can give you a more holistic view of what your challenges are, then they tend to actually help you cope with this feeling of imposterism. So that's takeaway number one. Takeaway number two, people who suffer from imposter syndromes tend to process their successes and failures differently than most people. Let me illustrate. My students, when they take an exam and say they do really, really well in my exam and they're very successful, they attribute their success to some internal factors. They say, I worked so hard at this. I am a genius. I really put in the effort to do this, and this is the outcome I got. Fantastic. And if they do really poorly on my exams, they say, well, Gardner's a horrible teacher, or my roommates, they just kept me up all night. I just really didn't have time to study. It's to external factors. Now, people who suffer from imposter syndrome, they tend to do the exact opposite. When they're successful, they tend to say, I just got lucky. It's due to some external opportunity or some other person or situation is to attribute to my success. But if they do badly, if they have a failure, they say, you know what, I just don't have what it takes. I can't cut it in this environment. They really question themselves. And so that's an important thing for us to remember. We sometimes use this phrase, fake it till you make it. And that can be a good coping mechanism to help us get by day to day. But I think it's important to remember we have nothing to fake. We've actually already made it. People have already instilled confidence in you. You already got hired for this job. Yes, you have a lot of work ahead, but remember that people did believe in you. And remember that people do feel that you have capabilities. And so we don't need to fake it. We've already made it. And I think that's an important thing to remember. I'd be very interested and curious to hear what your questions are. Feel free to reach out to me or to the people at PLA. My contact is richard.gardner@unlv.edu. And I would love to hear your questions, your concerns, how you're dealing with the imposter phenomenon or imposter syndrome. Thanks for your time.